Hey, what's good? Welcome to the Antonio Neves Show, where I remind you each and every week that no matter where you stand today, your story isn't over yet. The best is ahead. I'm your host, Antonio Neves. I am the founder of Allies of Growth. I am the author of the international best-selling book, Stop Living on Autopilot, and I am a husband and father of twins. This right here is episode 131, and we are talking about not being ready to settle. There is more to give. You are not ready to settle for the status quo. There is more to give. Before we get into that, I want you to know that registration for Allies of Growth is now open. Allies of Growth is my private membership community that helps married professionals with kids upgrade their careers and personal lives. So if you are a busy parent, you are a loving spouse, you are in the throes of your career, and you're finding yourself more and more a little bit out of gas, I want to invite you to join Allies of Growth. It has the trainings, the community, the weekly challenges, master classes, and more than anything, it is a full-time catalyst for the life you want to live, but for some reason can't find the time for. It's a place for you to continue to grow and not to settle. Registration is open now. Head on over to alliesofgrowth.com. That link is in the show notes. Okay, so let's get in this episode now on not being ready to settle. Now, odds are, if someone looked at your LinkedIn or Instagram profile, they probably would think that you have it all figured out. You have this great headshot. You have this long, sexy job title. You probably got some beautiful kids and a spouse and their photos of like beautiful sunsets and vacations with big old smiles on your face. But the truth is, behind the scenes, it doesn't feel like that for you. Because behind that big old smile and job title and all those accolades, you feel like you are just hanging on for dear life between work and marriage and kids and money and your fitness and your diet, all these things. Every single day feels like you are trying to cap a gushing fire hydrant with a paper plate. And as you can imagine, that doesn't work too well. So you live in this area of fine. It's fine. How are things going? Fine. How's the job going? It's fine. Things are fine. And you want to be grateful for what you have and just accept that, you know what? These are my days. This is my job. These are my kids. This is my marriage. This is my waistline. And yet in the midst of all of this, there is a voice inside of your head that wants more. That voice that's saying that you want an exceptional life. That voice that's saying that you want a great career. That voice that's saying you want a bigger bank account. That voice that's saying you want an amazing marriage. That voice that says you want children who make you proud. And yeah, you know what? It probably wouldn't hurt to look like and feel like $1 million. Now, what you feel right now is not regret. It's not regret. It's not about wasted time. What you feel right now is fear. Fear that your story may have already reached its peak. And in the midst of all of this, what's true for you is that more is being asked of you than ever before in your life as a professional, as a partner, and as a parent. Now, there once was a time in your life when you made decisions based on what was best for you. Now it seems like almost every decision that you make is based on others. And if you're like most, you've probably found yourself living on autopilot a little bit. You may feel isolated, and every day is starting to feel a little bit the same. You could be feeling unfulfilled, and it is just nagging at you to your core, that you feel like even though you've done good, no one's going to say you've done bad, but it feels like even though you've done good, that you haven't come close to reaching your full potential just yet. And in all of this, what you know to be true is that you know that you are not ready to settle. You are not ready to start phoning it in. You are not ready to live your life on cruise control. No, you want your best days to be ahead of you, not behind you. That voice I talked about earlier, that voice also, it wants your story, the story of your life. It wants to have a few more turns, a few more moments of magic, of growth, and maybe even a glimpse of the old you wish your kids could have seen. But here's the thing, if only you had the time, if you had the tools and the team to turn that inkling, to turn those thoughts into a reality and into a bolder you. What I want you to know is that your dreams will die in a solo. And your dreams, they have an expiration date if you don't act on them. Now, look, I'm not going to be naive with this because I know all of this firsthand. If you read my book, Stop Living on Autopilot, all this are things that I experienced. And I know firsthand that being a professional while parenting and being a spouse, it can be overwhelming and extremely challenging at times. And when you can finally wrestle back a few minutes to work on that special side project you've been thinking about, or connect with your partner, or maybe put on your running shoes to go to that class, your brain wants none of that. Your brain would rather Netflix and chill, or Netflix and go to sleep. You simultaneously, yes, you want more, but you don't seem to have the capacity for it. Now, there is a way through this. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, and that light at the end of the tunnel isn't a train coming at you that's going to smash you. No, that light is a better future. The way through this is with clear priorities and community, because sparking change in your life, it's not just about having some spark. It's about having enough people to block the wind so that a flame can turn into a fire. How about that for a visualization? Now, how much easier could it be for your dreams to take shape if we could all just kind of let go how people define us? What if you had an audience, you had a community of peers who were all professionals, who all were parents, who all were married or have partners, people, but they didn't know your story that you've told yourself, or they didn't know all of your background? What if all of these people were able to see you straight up as a blank slate, and to see all of the potential inside of you? Could you imagine being in an environment where whatever old past luggage or baggage you have, when people meet you, when they greet you, they don't see all of that. They see a blank slate. Could you imagine the worlds you could create with that freedom and with that type of support? The money we're talking about, the jobs we're talking about, the deeper connections, the businesses that could be launched, actual workouts that take place, better, more focused careers. What I want you to know is that no matter where you stand today, please know that your story isn't over yet. I say that every single week on this podcast, and I say it for a reason, because I've seen this happen with countless of individuals that I've coached, that I've worked through my communities, who have read my book and beyond. I want you to know the best is ahead right now to ensure you don't settle, right now to not sink into your fears. Right now is the perfect time for you to build and for you to grow and to get better with an ambitious and positive community of fellow married professionals with kids that inspire you to reach your fullest potential. A place where you will be encouraged, where you'll be challenged to think different. You will be pushed and called up, not out, called up to be the best version of yourself. And this is a place where you'll be able to do the same for fellow change makers. So I want to invite you to join my membership community, Allies of Growth. This is a private community with ongoing monthly masterclasses to help you ditch fine, say goodbye to fine, and reinvest in your career, your wealth, your health, your relationships, and so much more. Every single month, you'll get to learn from experts. You'll get to lean on each other, and you'll get coached directly by me all the way through. You will see real results every 30 days. Allies of Growth provides the plan, it provides the people, and it provides the growth. Look, lightning may happen in a bottle, but real momentum takes effort and consistency. Okay, Allies doesn't end. This is a community to get you past the shiny object or New Year's resolution phase and into the days that drive true change. Listen, you have a say in this. People will tell you it's never too late, and I want to remind you it may be never be too late, and the longer you wait, the harder it's going to get. Right now is your time. If you believe that, if you are not ready to settle, head on over to alliesofgrowth.com. That link is in the show notes to learn more. I can't wait to see you there. Contact me with any questions. I'm easy to find on the internet, social media, DMs, and beyond. Head on over to alliesofgrowth.com. Hey, I'll see you back here soon with another great episode. In the meantime, I want you to remember that the best is ahead. When you work and believe that the best is ahead, things begin to change for the better. Never forget, you have a say in this.